lovely humans, welcome back to another vlog from me and John the Baptist, my baby. Look at that little patch of hair. You sweet thing, you sweet thing. Okay, let me see if I can get her into her high chair because she does pretty well at that. Right here. Whoa, wait, move your feet. Ow, my hair. There you go. Is your foot in the way? No, it's not. You're sweet. You're a sweet baby. Okay. I have a limited amount of time that this is gonna work. And a lot of work to do in the kitchen. So I hate to be the guy that says, hello, welcome. Oh, hi sir, bye sir. And then throws you immediately into a time lapse. But alas, here we are. We've got to get this kitchen picked up. That's pretty bad. Okay, it's not that bad. We're probably a good 30 minutes away from looking normal though. Can you last that long? No? We'll find out. I feel like in order to give an accurate portrayal of what I'm about to do, you should see the before. I've got all the Walmart bags here from the last vlog, which conveniently for us was yesterday. But I plan on doing a baby, like a neutral baby haul, because those are so cute. Yep, so there's all that. And then there's all this. You know, our 6-year-old is becoming independent, making his own sandwiches, which is great. But he's not quite there on the cleaning yet. And just general stuff. Oh, this is the Thank Me Later quiche I have posted on my Instagram. Try it. And then we had charcuterie for today. And now all the cheese boards have fallen over. So I need to get this area cleaned up. Stat. We got 13 minutes out of her. I'll take it. I managed to at least clear a lot of the countertop clutter. I've got to put that in a bag and get that frozen. I don't pump very often. That is valuable. But I still have to, I think our countertops need to be resealed really badly because they're hard to get like clean. I still have to clean off the counters, and dishwasher needs to be emptied and then loaded, and then hand wash needs to be done. A couple other things that need to happen in the kitchen today. But for now, John the Baptist would like to be held. Hi. Look at your dainty little bow. Look at you. This is from a sweet little company called Heritage and Goods. I think I'll try to link them down below. And I plan on doing a haul of all of her super cute neutral baby clothes. Whoa, hello. That we just got from Walmart. She's like, Mom, stop talking to me and please pick me up. Yeah. We can do a haul of all your cutie new clothes. You want me to hold you? Okay, hold on.
Oh, my love.
Is that better? Is that better? You're a sweet baby. You know that? You're a sweet baby. Hi, my love. Now I gotta see how long it's been since she ate. I'm not too regimented about it. I definitely was a lot more regimented with the twins and with Silas, but this time around I'm like, it's fine. It really doesn't matter as much. So it's been about 2 hours since she's eaten, although at 2.5, almost 3 months old, she can go longer stretches. She's been awake about an hour. She seems kind of sleepy, so I think I might just nurse her to sleep. I did Baby Wise for the twins, which is very controversial. And then I did a modified version of it with Silas. I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, no pun intended. There are some elements of that I find really helpful, but other elements where I'm like, you know what, sometimes you just gotta read your kid, which they do say in the book, by the way. Like, you have to parent the kid that's in front of you. You can't just follow a book religiously. Well, you can, just not that book. I'll see if I can get her to go about another 30 minutes to get to like the 2.5 hour mark, but I'm not gonna hold her to that. And if she's tired and keeps showing me that, then we will go ahead and just nurse her right to sleep. Oh, and this is how I tell if my baby's sleeping. This works with a blanket as well. But I will simply do this. So she seems to be not quite there yet. Because if I can put my hand over her and she buries her, I think we're hungry. So she's not quite burying her face into my hand. Yeah. What was that about waiting 30 minutes?
Do you want to wait or you want to go eat? So I'd like to eat right now, Mama. Right now, Mama. Oh, wow.
Her other tells are her eyebrows get red when she's tired and her eyes get red. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna take you for the next part, but I'll see you in the next clip. She ate a little. She's showing no signs of being ready to go to sleep just yet. She did have a 3-hour nap, mostly with like 3 or 4 interruptions, but still, it was about 3 hours in length. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to cleaning this, toss you back into another time lapse, and hope we can make it longer than 13 minutes, huh, my love? You sweet baby. You're just sitting there with your folded hands. You're sweet. Today feels like it's just been a series of like getting the baby back to sleep. And even though I'm finally getting around to eating the lunch that Isabella put together for us earlier, it's 5:20, so it's time to start working on dinner. And for dinner this evening, we are gonna do a strata, which is typically a breakfast food. Close this so I don't hear. All of my kids are on devices right now, except for the sleeping one, which is great. And my sweet husband is leaving, you can't see him, there he goes, bye-bye, to go buy round bales for the horses because they just are almost polishing off this last one. And they go through about 1 bale a month, and it's really hard to find horse grade hay. Cow grade is like bottom of the barrel, cows will eat anything. Horses, no ma'am, they're a little bit more picky. And I think we probably told you this at one point. One of the times we got it, there was like literally barbed wire that had gotten baled up with the hay. So now that we found a good supplier, we just keep hoping that they'll have hay bales available for us. Most people buy them in bulk. They don't buy them like 2 or 3 at a time like we do, but we don't have a tractor or anything to move them. So he's going to do that. And I am gonna make a breakfast strata using our leftover bread that I did not do a good job on. Been working on my sourdough game, and it's been great when I'm paying attention. But since the baby got here, it's been a lot harder to have successful loaves. This has still got something on it. So then we end up with a bunch of bread, and I try to use it before it goes bad. So a strata essentially is an intentional recipe to use stale bread. So any of you can do this. You don't have to be someone who makes sourdough, but I guarantee you've been the person that's been like, oh, oops, this bread is turned, or it is hard as a rock. This is a perfect recipe. In fact, as I was holding Amelia earlier and getting her back to sleep, I sat down and thought about it, and I realized that there's a ton of things that I no longer throw away in my kitchen. So I might do a full video on that because it's getting a little obscene, but my family doesn't hate me too much for it. So be on the lookout for that. I'm sure I'll have like a sit down video of like the 20+ things I no longer throw away in my kitchen. But I digress. This is one of them, stale bread. And I got a new, this is supposed to be for phones, but I'm gonna try it out for this. It's not exactly a tripod because it's singular. It's a unipod. Okay, let's figure out our recipe first. Essentially, a strata is stale bread, eggs, milk, and then cheese and a topping of your choice. I'm probably just gonna kind of wing the toppings. I'll see what we have. And a lot of them call for leaving it overnight. but I don't like doing that. It made the bread all soggy. Like, it kind of defeated the purpose in my opinion. So instead I'm gonna put it together now and cook it right now. Yeah, I don't know why people leave it in overnight, because it softens the bread too much in my opinion. Like, I want the crusty, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this one calls for 12 eggs, 3 cups of milk. Okay, so it needs to rest for probably 30 minutes to an hour. So it's a good thing I'm getting this started now. And then it's probably gonna bake for 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, so it's a really good thing I'm getting this started now. All right, let's get this going. I hope the audio is good on this. If not, then we're just going to time-lapse this. First things first, this is just slightly larger than a 9x13. I'm gonna get my bread out and break it up into chunks. Now this is still a little too soft for me, so I'm going to, once I break this up, toss it in the oven to broil it real quick, because I just want as much crusty, chunky deliciousness as possible. As if the words crusty and chunky belong next to the word deliciousness. We have a relatively even layer in one tray, but I have a ton of bread left over, so I'm actually gonna be preparing 2 trays tonight. If we don't eat it all, that's fine. We'll have leftovers for breakfast in the morning. If we do, great. This is actually just over 10 by 14.5 as well. And I think these each are, I don't know, probably 6 slices of a really thick, chunky bread. But since they're all kind of falling apart, it's a little hard to tell. Yeah, maybe more. Here we go. 2 trays, probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 pieces of the chunky bread in each. I'm gonna go ahead and get these into the oven. I think it actually might be really good if you were to like coat these with olive oil before, so they almost are more crouton-esque. But I'm not gonna bother with that right now. I need to get this moving because it needs to sit and then bake for so long. But I'm gonna toss these in the broiler, keep a close eye on them so they don't get burned, but hopefully they crisp up a little because they're still just a little too squishy. Oh no. Well, those aren't gonna fit in there together, so I'll have to come up with a new plan. While that's happening, I'm gonna grab a bowl and get going on the egg mixtures. There is one thing we do not have a shortage of in our house. It is eggs and milk. So I like this recipe because it uses an obscene amount of both. I'm gonna do 12 eggs per strata and I think like 3-ish cups of milk. I saved these eggs, I water glassed them in October of last year. And the yolks don't really seem to hold their shape. So I end up using these in any sort of dish that would require the eggs to be scrambled because otherwise I can't separate the two. So I'm gonna get an extra bowl and crack them off to the side just in case any of them have gone rotten. I haven't had any go bad yet, but I don't wanna take any chances by putting them all into the same bowl. So I'm gonna crack separately. See how it comes out kind of like watery? Do a quick skim off the top to get all the cream out for my coffee for tomorrow. Look at that. Remember when I was like, don't forget the bread? Uh-oh. This is actually some oregano from our garden that I was able to dry. Some in our dehydrator, and then I tried some air drying as well. So my brother-in-law actually taught me, he's a trained chef, that to help release the oils, I don't know why I'm doing finger quotes, you actually grind it into your hand like this to get the flavor out more. Isn't that interesting? Think something about the oils in your hands, or somehow you activate the oils in the herb. I can tell you for a fact that when I do that, it smells much stronger. So flavoring wise, I'm doing salt, pepper, Italian oregano, garlic powder, and then I think I'm gonna get some, oh, that's a sad baby. I think I'm gonna get some basil in here too. Seeing that this is just enough eggs and milk for one of the stratas, I'm gonna go ahead and get this soaking on top of the bread right now and then get my toppings prepared. As much as I'd rather have it all going at the same time, I think it does need a proper amount of time to soak into the bread just a little bit. So I'll get this poured over one side of the bread and then get the next egg milk mixture and spices ready for the other. And then I will simply fold in the toppings when I'm done making those, or at least pre-cooking the ones that I need to pre-cook. This is already looking so good. Now off to rest and on to our next batch.
Do you know the charges?
Nope.
Mine's 10%.
Now we have both of the stratas kind of soaking in the egg mixture. I'm making this up as I go along, by the way, so don't think I know what I'm doing, because I don't. But I'm gonna get these set off to the side so I can use my cooktop, get my toppings going. I've chosen some yellow pear tomatoes from our garden, so they're looking some of them are looking a little rough. The only thing that's actually growing in the garden right now because it's so hot. I have some diced onions. These are the purple kind, in case you don't have eyes and you can't see that they are purple. So I'm gonna use those, but I'm gonna cut up a little bit more. I've got portobello mushrooms, which are delicious, but Elias doesn't really care for mushrooms, so I'm gonna do that in only one of them. And then I've got some frozen spinach, which I'm gonna saute with a ton of garlic and just make it super flavorful, but I do need to cook it up, drain it, and then add the flavor to it. Oh, and breakfast sausage. I think I'm gonna cook the breakfast sausage first, and then I will saute the mushrooms in the leftover fat. Here is where we're at with the toppings. You might hear the baby crying in the background. She's having her diaper changed and very angry about it. I've got garden tomatoes and sweet corn left over from last night's dinner. And then I have, oh man, I might need to go get her. And then I have breakfast sausage, sauteed spinach, and goat cheese, and then sauteed portobello mushrooms. I think I'm probably I'm gonna split this in half for this, and do 2 different flavored stratas. Elias said he doesn't mind portobellos, but I don't want to force him to eat mushrooms if he doesn't want to eat them, because he's weird and doesn't like mushrooms. And here's what the strata looks like after 60 minutes of 30 minutes-ish, oh my gosh, baby, of setting up. And then we've got some raw cheddar to top it with. So let's get to mixing our fixins in and get a song playing so you don't hear the baby crying anymore. So now we have a sweet corn, garden tomato, breakfast sausage, sauteed spinach with some goat cheese and some raw cheddar on top. So there's that one. And over here, we have the one with portobellos instead of the corn tomato mixture. So my lovely sous chef, thank you, thank you, is gonna put foil on top of them and we're gonna bake them for 30 minutes at 350 whenever we get there. But I'm gonna toss them in early because we need to get things going. I started this an hour and a half ago. This is taking so long. And this is my partially dressed baby because she was screaming, getting dressed. Huh, I know. Okay, we're done. And now that I've made a good and proper mess of the kitchen, I'm gonna bail and go feed the baby. I know, and maybe get her all the way dressed. So that'll be in there. Since there's 2 of them and we have a wonky oven, we'll swap them at 15 minutes because they both don't fit on one rack. Hopefully I can get Elias's attention. Poor man's been working hard outside in 105-degree heat all day, so he's in the shower. So if I can get his attention to swap those in the next 15 minutes, we should be pretty good. And then we'll check on them and maybe remove the foil to get that cheese all nice and brown and bubbly. Oh, baby. You ready to work?
Bonnie, come.
Oh, she's excited.
Wait for me.
Go ahead, Bonnie. Walk up. Bonnie, lie down. Lie down.
Hey, Silas, don't get near her, please.
Silas. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. Good girl. That's a good girl. You did so good.
You heard it.
Alright, go play.
Oh, yes, she's stoked. Bye.
It's a lot more smooth when Silas isn't running and playing.
Not running and yelling directly at her?
Yeah, Bonnie's a little more focused and
Yeah.
responsive.
Look at her thighs. Hello,
Drumsticks, not thighs. Drumsticks.
Bonnie, come.
The other two are probably like, we want to run. All right, let's get back inside. What do you think? Yeah? Do you like it outside? You're sweet with her, my love. Here we are. Dinner is finished. Well, finished being cooked. This looks so good. This, I cannot wait. So what you look for is you look to make sure that the eggs are set in the middle. And then you just want kind of the bubbly golden brown finish on top. She has not napped. Well, at all. It was maybe 20 minutes. But she usually naps pretty poorly late in the day. Huh. We're lucky to get like 20, 30 minutes out of you. Huh, baby? Whoa, I can't wait for this dinner.
Bonnie.
Good girl, Bon.
Hoof trimmings.
This man, we weren't getting any calls back from farriers, so he taught himself how to trim the horse's hooves.
Hey-oh.
And so apparently there's some trimmings left over after getting Johnny's feet done, which took you how long?
At least.
Hour and 45.
For one horse.
We did. Which it doesn't know. I'm not that awful. But Johnny is just being a bottom head, and also it was so hot. I like almost passed out once.
Oh.
So I had to sit down, and recoup.
So it's not normally supposed to take that long.
Yeah, and he wasn't picking up on one of his legs, so I'm like, well, he wasn't picking up on any of his legs.
Willingly.
Yeah, he was being a bottom head.
Elias brought in the hoof trimmings because those are great for dogs to chew on.
Cheese pull.
No cheese pull.
Do you want some, babe?
Yes, please.
One or two slices?
Two, please.
No, you should have said
Alright,
no.
two mushroom?
Yes.
Do the shrooms?
Those are shrooms. I don't know why I'm filming this. Oh, okay. Stop it. Thanks, lunch lady. I think all that this is missing is probably some hot sauce. What do you think? Green Tabasco or regular? I know. I couldn't even wait. I'm 2 bites in. So good, right? Mm-hmm. It looks so unappetizing. But it's so good. And you were patiently just holding your baby sister. Do you want me to feed you? No. Rest of the fam is headed off to bed, and I have decided that I'm gonna do my nails. I haven't really done them a lot since Millie got here. Because there's baby. That, and it's hard, especially when they're like super little and you have like talons for nails. Just, you know, change their diaper. Bonnie, no. Do like a whole myriad of things. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do talons or like less talons. I will tell you, I got bit by the inspiration bug today, and I have so many video ideas that I'm really excited about. So of course, naturally, I want to like not pick something that's loud for my nails, because then everyone will know that I filmed them all at the same time. But then how many people are actually paying attention to that stuff? You know? Like, look at these. How cute are these? Reminds me of a client that I had in April. Was it April? Yeah, it was April. Liana always has like the cutest nails. Always. So maybe I just go for it. Maybe I just do the funky nail and have fun with it. These are very rainbow bright. I might be dating myself by saying that, but they are. Look, it's got like the pink, yellow, and blue, and like little stars on this one. Maybe this is what I do. Or do we do this set, which is like a see-through nude that always drives me nuts after a few days because they look dirty, but like a little vine detail. Or this, that's like the pre-applied glue tab ones. Those are great. And I've got my, where is it? Buff block to rough up my, seriously? I've got my buff block to rough up the surface of my nails just a little bit, just to get the shine off. Rubbing alcohol for taking off any excess oils and cleaning off my nails afterwards. Got a little mango stick for some cuticle pushing. Get those bad boys out of the way to ensure there's like a really clean fit. Sure. This is for rubbing alcohol. Oh, my favorite glue of all time is the static nails glue. It's the best. It's not the same, it's not as good in the brush form. I prefer like the squeeze tube applicator, but that of course is supposed to be one-time use with the static nails that I don't like as much. I'm telling y'all, I have this down to a science. Oh, I actually did a whole video on how I do my press-on nails. I'll go ahead and link it here if I remember in post to add that there, then you guys can take a look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these. I'll show you which one I picked in the next clip. And they're probably gonna call it because I've got some reading I'd like to do. I just wanna go check out and read my book for a little bit. But first, nails. All right, it's done. I went talons. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about them tomorrow once I'm handling the baby and everything. But I feel like this pattern is, I could cut these down, no problem, if I wanted to. But it's been a minute since I've had like long talony nails. Like I just scratched my head because I could. It's so nice. My hair looks great too. So I'm gonna go call the vlog here because Lord knows I got a lot of cooking footage today. So hopefully I got it down to a manageable amount. I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in the next one. Or in another one soon. Watch my nails because only those who made it to the end of this video will know. See how many videos I have with these nails on. And until next time, bye guys. I wave differently when I have nails on.